What's Gucci in this coochie? It's another upload by Bad Lighting 24. How are y'all doing today? Or tonight? Or in limbo if you're dead. But I digress. You know, it's interesting. It's strange I'm actually uploading on a consistent... Who the f*** am I kidding? I'm going to disappear again. But all 6 of you that watch is great. But so today's topic is... it's going to be about something that's like kind of dear to me. I mean, something that I follow. I follow the news. I just screwed that whole sentence. So generally when I make videos, I just do about things that are on my mind. Like, I kind of told myself I was going to steer clear of politics after a while because I just didn't want to devolve into one of those channels. I think back when, I mean, I get some views, I get no views. But back in a few years ago, like some of my political videos really were getting views, and I thought about capitalizing on it when it was happening, and I just decided like I didn't want to go that direction at all. It's just, I don't have the interest. Hell, I barely upload now. But on speaking of politics and just on that direction, you know, there's been something that's been on my radar for a while, and I generally just make videos about things that are on my mind and what I want to speak on, whether it's really stupid or not. And in this case, what's been on my mind and what this video is about is Russia. And when I say Russia, I mean Russian hip hop and Vladimir Putin. So let's get into it.
Art is not a faucet that could be turned on and off at will. Instead, it is a stream of consciousness manifested as a representative of respected realities and applied expression through various mediums. Thus enters hip-hop.
Fake records.
Beginning as a counterculture to disco, in its purest form, hip-hop exists as a voice to the voiceless. A way for those to tell a story about their reality. Any reality. Even the whack ones. Rebelling against authority, banned from radio play, declared obscene. Hip-hop pushed boundaries to where it isn't a surprise that it gained a following not only amongst other pocketed urban communities in the United States, but also worldwide. And this is where Russia comes in. On Wednesday, November 21st, 2018, the Russian rapper Husky, real name Dmitry Kuznetsov, was arrested for minor hooliganism after performing in the streets on a car after his initial performance was canceled via the venue's power being shut off. After initially being moved from one venue to another due to local prosecutors warning that his acts contained elements of extremism. Having since been released, Husky's arrest is part of a larger crackdown that allegedly has taken place since October, reported by Human Rights Watch, that at least 7 artists, most of them Russian rappers, have had their concerts canceled due to multiple pretexts, mainly law enforcement. As backlash to this, a charity concert was organized by prominent Russian rappers in Moscow, with the I Am Going to Sing My Music festival. Since then, Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke on the state of Russian rap at a council in St. Petersburg, saying in an excerpt of his speech, quote, "If it is impossible to stop, then it is necessary to guide accordingly." In an additional statement, Putin said to have concerns with 3 pillars of rap: sex, drugs, and protest. But primarily the drug use and obscene language were the most worrisome, being quoted as saying that it's a path to degrading the nation. When it comes to hip-hop, however, these sentiments are nothing new.
Hip-hop. Hip-hop has done more damage to black and brown people than racism in the last 10 years.
It's corrupt. I mean, this is the culture of failure. It is dogging black America, and I think you're right.
They've been expressed by the powers that be since the birth of hip-hop, as a way to deflect from systemic problems that have given the youth an outlet by blaming said youth. And personally, while I may not know the depths of Russian politics, Russian rapper whose name I can't say so I will spell, P-T-A-H-A, expressed similar concerns in his Instagram post. I think it is necessary to be engaged in raising kids, Change the education system, the upbringing system and principle. It must be changed. Just a bunch of conservatives sitting there and blaming artists, rappers, and other people for something that they failed to solve themselves. I am just shocked. And it's understandable why the Russian officials will respond this way, because for the powerful, fear of loss of position is a scary thought. You have to silence dissent. However, their method of silencing rap has already been tried in America and it failed completely miserably. And this is just evident that history is repeating, as even though Russian media is owned by the state and these rappers receive absolutely no play on Russian state media, they're still gaining a following both underground and online. Hip-hop's very foundation is dissent, which is something that Putin and his administration don't really understand, even though they believe that they do. You can't guide the music. You can't steer it along course. America tried that. They tried to keep hip-hop groups off the radio. They tried to stop Two Live Crew from being obscene, shut down Public Enemy and those types of acts. There was no major radio play for rap around Public Enemy's time. Hot 97 and the other radio station, whose name I can't remember, I think 106, they weren't playing hip-hop during that time. And look what happened. Now we're in the internet age, and even though the music was originally created by an ethnic group that was oppressed, the message is still universal. Trying to stop hip-hop is basically a Streisand effect. It's akin to opening Pandora's box, and unfortunately for Vladimir Putin, he's about to learn that.